Well, growing locally, selling globally. Ag leaders gather for the USDA's 95th Agricultural Outlook Forum, and RFD-TV's Sarah Mock is on the scene in Arlington, Virginia, and joins us now with an update. Sarah?
Well, thanks, Janet. As you can see, the forum is kicking off to a very exciting second day. Here this morning, we heard from the Deputy Secretary, Steve Censky, and all the undersecretaries that are here currently at USDA, including Bill Northey, who we're going to actually talk to a little bit later this morning. We heard Steve Censky come off right on the top and really talk about how those market facilitation payments that farmers received last year are not going to be available again in 2019. That was something that the Secretary was asked about yesterday during his press conference, but the administration's really making a point of making it clear that that those facilitation payments last year were about the fact that farmers had put seeds in the ground without knowing what the trade situation was going to be, and now that kind of all the trade situations are out there and current and farmers are aware of them, there won't be additional money to kind of help them through that situation. Of course, it was kind of surprising to hear them spend a lot of this morning rehash kind of how the market facilitation program worked. With so much trade news, I think folks were looking forward to hearing some kind of updates on USMCA, on Japan, on China. But the reality is, I think, and what I'm hearing from a lot of folks here kind of outside of the formal meetings, is that the USDA is not the lead on this. The U.S. Trade Representative's Office is kind of the head of that, of the ongoing trade discussions, and in a lot of cases, USDA either doesn't know or is not at liberty to talk about, where those talks are. I mean, as you said at the top of the hour, China, there's Chinese leaders meeting with the president today. Obviously, that's not something that's going to be talked about by folks like Undersecretary McKinney here at USDA this morning. So there's a little bit of, I think, concern for folks here looking for more news. We're not seeing it, though. They are happy that the USDA is bringing trade into focus. I had an interesting conversation a few minutes ago with a dairy farmer here at the Outlook. I think he has expressed a lot of concern about kind of the idea that there's so much discussion here coming out of USDA about, the trade situations are clearing up. There's so much hope going forward. Of course, we saw that those soybean planting numbers a little higher than expected yesterday. I think there may be a little bit of a disconnect between what farmers are thinking, what the USDA has projected, but we'll be following that throughout the day and bringing folks more updates from here at the Outlook Forum. Janet?
As always, Sarah, thank you very much for keeping us posted. And again, stay